From?
It's from Overwatch. Have you ever heard of a game called Overwatch?
I know there's a lot of people that jerk off to Overwatch.
It's sick, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, these headphones are from a chick that's in Overwatch.
I was legitimately going to ask if those are Voltron.
No.
I was like, they just look like a poor man's version of Voltron headset.
Hell no. The chick that wears these is like a pro gamer and shit. The story is too intense. I don't need to get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. My name is Angel, Onhead, whatever the fuck. Anal, that's what people call me now. The fucking open mics pisses me off. I should never said that joke.
Inhale, onhale.
We got David in the studio. What is up? Let me give you a little what's up.
Yo, what to do?
Everyone's here, dude.
Jesus, wow, man. Where'd you get that live audience all of a sudden?
Dude, they're all here. They're all pouring. Everyone.
Wow, man. What a...
Welcome, dude.
Thank you, man. It's a true honor.
Welcome to my
Can I tell you a secret?
What's up?
It's my very first podcast.
Really?
Ever.
How have you never done a podcast?
I've taken it like upon myself to never do one. I just keep it like on stage. It just doesn't make sense to me to take it off. So it just doesn't feel authentic for someone to have a follow-up question like, oh, do you really have a sister with Down syndrome? Like, it doesn't feel like, I don't know. I don't want to, like, it's all made up shit. It's all comedy. I don't want to I don't want to show my work. Did you flip it?
Yeah. Can you read it now? See, it says Deadpool correctly. I could just have fun with it. That's it. See, that's what I love. People don't use the PlayStation the way they should.
I like how I just told you this is my first podcast, and you're like, yeah, check this out.
Let me show you what I can
reverse
do
image.
on the podcast.
I'm like, well, shit, I don't know why I wasn't podcasting sooner.
Well, I can't, well, dude, that's the coolest part about this is like, there's some cool sound effects. No, I'm not gonna fucking start playing with my fucking soundboard.
Just fucking dropping soundboard.
Let me just play with the soundboard.
What a fucking time to do a podcast, right? Right after a mic.
Yeah, that's cool too.
You should tell your people.
This is the latest that it's done. We have one viewer right now. Nobody's watching. This isn't supposed to be about, the viewers. This is a conversation about me and you.
You and I have actually never had a sit-down conversation. Like,
I don't think that doesn't happen at all in the world anymore.
no, at certain open mics, like, I feel like Albuquerque doesn't have it. Like, they don't have the camaraderie to sit at a show and just shoot the shit. Like, there's a lot of other markets.
No. I honestly feel it's just because it's different. Like, I'm going to say this. It's like high school, bro. It's fucking clickbait. Like, this is a click here. Yeah. This is a click here. Oh, these guys are cool with each other. You can kind of be cool with them, but they're like their friends. They stay
I just showed
there.
back up in Albuquerque like 3-4 months ago. Alienated as fuck initially. It's, what are you doing here?
Wait, so you left and came back?
Yeah, I was here like 4 or 5 years ago, putting a little footprint in. And then I went away, got a few warrants, had a few kids, the basics, what you do when you're living in the Southwest.
Okay, I was going to say, is it easier to do that out of state? Like, I'm going to go do that shit somewhere
You want to know something fucking dope, bro?
I'm going to do it in Arizona.
I got a DWI in El Paso, Texas. And because I have a New Mexico driver's license, they just gave me back my license that night.
Wait, they gave it to you?
Yeah, had it been from fucking Texas, they would have cut it up and said I have a 7-year suspension and all this bullshit, and it would have had to like pay all these dues versus I'm an out-of-state driver, so they're like, ugh.
We don't want to deal with this.
Here you go.
But wait. So they pulled you over. They're like, hey, you're drunk. We're giving you a DUI. But then they're still
I already had warrants, so it's kind of redundant. He gave me the fucking sobriety test, and he's like, hey, man, but you got warrants. I'm going to take you in. I was like, well, then why the fuck we out here?
Why are we still doing this?
And then I did a breathalyzer out there. And then I went back to the station like 20, 30 minutes later, and you do another breathalyzer. And that one's supposed to be like helping you out if you went down.
Okay.
But this was closing time, so I was really like turning up. So I was really putting them in me like at the end there. So my one on the street was lower than the one at the station. The one at the station was higher. He's like, so you want to go off the road test? I was like, yeah. Like you let it sit in for 20, 30 minutes and that fucking blood alcohol level.
So you got some.
You got a lot worse.
That's crazy.
Yeah, out of state driving, man, but they just gave me back my license. But yeah, we try not to talk about that because, it's easier just not to go back to El Paso than to worry about the warrants,
Well, I mean, that's whatever it is. Everyone has their little outlandish things that they've done in the law. I mean, I had a warrant for my arrest, but only because I didn't pay a parking ticket. So let me finish. Ooh. I thought I was so cool when I was younger. I was probably like 23. Mm-hmm. And when Hastings was around, remember Hastings?
That shit was tight. You could see like some cool like fucking action figures and some Harry Potter sets at the same time.
Memorabilia, whatever. I thought I was cool.
Collectibles.
I was going to try to steal something. And I tried to steal something from Hastings. I got busted.
Oh, fuck.
I know, right? So they fucking...
Were you trying to get out in a haste?
No, I just like casually put it in my pocket and I walked around.
Thank you for missing my Hastings joke, dog.
No. Dude, you're too fly with those. I'm not supposed to know how fast you hit with a Hastings joke.
Bro, you have a sense of humor too. You're a fucking comedian.
I know, but okay. It's just like when Corey said, like, I know it wasn't actually referring to you, but when he said it took you a while to get the joke, that's actually a thing that happens in comedy.
Quick. Yeah, he got that quick though. Yeah, he did relatively well. I thought he had an extra chromosome. I didn't think he was actually that good
Even then, though, like I just said, there's people that don't get the joke. That's why we have timing in comedy, right? Because you have to give them the time to really think about it and analyze the joke, right? You jumped that Hastings joke right at me, and I didn't even have time to comprehend the last sentence that we're talking about.
Being funny is fucking dope, though, right?
It's fun. It's fun.
It's just a universal tool.
It's crazy. That,
the only time I've never been able to use it, it was like the only time I ever felt human. I was in a room. Unfortunately, somebody was passing away. They had like terminal cancer. Turned this podcast into a great direction. They had terminal cancer, and there was like 20 loved ones standing around the room. And I realized, like, oh man, there's no sense of humor here. You can't break the tension with a joke. This isn't like a stuck elevator or like an awkward fucking work orientation. Like this is like you can't be oh blah, blah, blah. Like this is, and it felt like being human for the first time. It felt like Superman with no powers. It was the only time in my adult life that I was like, man,
I can't do it.
Yeah, and like I can't remedy this situation with that because it's like just genuinely inappropriate.
That would be bad.
Yeah, it would just kill the room.
I kind of feel like that's how our future is going to be, though.
Mediocre at best.
We can't perform at certain points, and it's just going to be really bad. I
feel like I ate a few dicks tonight, and so that's what inspired me to come do your podcast.
That's what's crazy too. Like, okay, so you weren't at the one last night, right? The raw sauce?
No. So
like that obviously place isn't the best or whatever, but I ate really bad. I bombed pretty bad, and that kind of gives me redemption to do better. And I actually I did amazing compared to last night. So that how does that work?
Monday night I was trying out brand new shit entirely.
Where do those egos come from?
It's a fucking pendulum swing. Also, it's like you ever play golf?
No,
I feel like it's hole to hole.
That's a gay thing.
What the fuck you mean it's a gay thing? It's
hole to hole. You're trying to get from one end to the
bro,
other.
That's comedy, bro. I'm on the road, hole to hole, bro.
I'm trying to get everywhere.
Just trying to get it in, bro. No, when I say it's like golf, I mean in every fucking hole can be a new redemption. Like you're like, fuck, I didn't do well. Monday, I was trying new shit out entirely, and I was like, I feel like my pacing was too quick. I was rushing through it because they give you fucking vary times with these mics. Yeah. So I was like, fuck, I want to do it again. So I went to the second mic and did the exact same set. I don't normally do that back to back, but I wanted to. And this time I slowed down. I was just more articulate. I had more fucking fun and time in between every joke. And it was just a fucking all around better set.
Oh, man. I don't know about that. It just
the fuck you mean you don't know about that?
Because
like sometimes it's nice to take two swings at it.
But that's the thing.
That opportunity.
Unfortunately, I haven't been doing it as long as you, so I get that little kind of fucking. I'm still nervous as fuck when I get up there. I still don't have the whole like, oh, I'm super confident no matter how much I've bombed or how much I've done good. Like,
see, I feel like it's a catch-22 because like when you get to this point in my career, everybody can tell you like, what fucking difference does it make? Like, if you're just now having sex, your first or second time, you wouldn't be like, I can't do that. I just started having sex.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't vocalize that. You would just fucking go for it. Swing for the fences. So I don't know why people don't have that mentality in comedy. Like, it doesn't fucking matter if you're 2 months, 3 months getting called out for that shit. Like, the Tony Hinchcliffe made it in fucking 3 years. Big. Like, start to finish, made it. Career. So, like, everybody's career is different. Theo Von, 15 years.
You like Tony Hinchcliffe?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I said when he made it, okay?
I like Tony Hinchcliffe.
Nah, I like his fucking, his die show, whatever.
Kill Tony?
Yeah, his die show, that's what it is.
No, it's called Kill Tony, and it's amazing. #1 podcast on fucking Apple iTunes. I'm a fucking fanboy.
That's what's up. I don't have that kind of time in my life.
How do you...
I listen to a lot of Tiger Belly though. Tiger Belly's what's up. Fucking Bobby Lee shit.
Bobby Lee's the shit too. Shit. But that's our
generation. I actually had a buddy. I don't like this motherfucker, so I don't want to give him no airtime. But is a comedian down in a city that's unmentionable, and he actually got on fucking Kill Tony.
No.
Yeah. And the first thing he did was turn to
Let's look it up right now.
I don't know it because I wanted to find it for a minute because I guess it's fucking atrocious to watch.
I love that shit, dude.
Yeah, but he fucking the first thing he did is he turned to the sound producer and was like, "Hey, can you turn my mic up? Like, you have a minute."
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. You're not gonna show up to fucking Kill Tony and be like, hey, can you turn my fucking mic up?
And that's one of the problems too, because once you start watching Kill Tony, you get in the sense where you're just like, dude,
I've never seen an episode.
Oh, I fucking hate you,
I've
dude.
never seen an episode. I see some fucking Joe Rogan.
How do you not watch Kill Tony? You're a fucking comedian that they do
what?
open mics.
You want to hear something, bro? I'm the worst comedian, bro. I'm the fucking like.
How do you stay informed?
YouTube.
I mean,
TMZ.
obviously you know what's going on with the Pokemon world and shit, but like
That's a given. Yeah, that's a ghetto.
You know the Cybertruck?
Negative.
How the fuck do you not know what the Cybertruck
Oh
is?
yeah. The fucking Elon Musk's new fucking
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, he completely revolutionized the whole design of a truck, which is fucking dope in its own self.
That's literally a war machine for everybody. That's all we're getting.
He made a good point when he said, like, we're going to lose a lot of the demographic. We're going to lose a lot of the Midwest, the people that already buy trucks. But this truck is different than every other truck you see on the road. And that alone is something, because we can make a dope ass electric F-150 looking model. That's too easy. We can do that. But look at this. It's a reason to be different, which I like. It's innovative. It's fucking changing. It's changing the whole pace.
I think it's a market for us.
It's breaking the mold.
It's a market for us. I mean, obviously you like it because it's different already. You have this whole like, it's different. It's going to be revolutionize the road.
But it's like I can't even get the $100 deposit for it. I'm not fucking acting like I'm going to buy it in 2022. I don't think I'm going to be free in 2022 with those warrants. You got to live fucking life to life.
But you can still play. You can still do some shit.
Why do you do comedy?
I do comedy because I've watched it for a while and I just got inspired by it. Everyone, and then you know that whole sense where you're like, oh, I can make friends laugh, so I can probably make other people laugh.
Bro, I fucking hate that when you see those comedians on the first few mics and you can tell they're telling jokes that the people at the lunchroom are
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, you were at the corn maze and this happened. It's fucking, and it's like, it's a gimme laugh that if your friends are fucking
there,
if your mom was, if you're telling that story to your mom when you got home, she's like, ah.
That's why I was kind of glad when I went to my first open mic that I had nobody that I knew there. I went by myself.
Just flying blind?
Yeah, nobody. I didn't know anybody.
I took my brother.
Really?
I took my brother to my first open mic.
Yeah.
It was years back. It was Nashville, Tennessee. At this bar called Music Grill Bar and City Grill. And it was genuinely in a basement. Like, it was like, hey, bar, restaurant. You had to fucking take like 30 steps down to like a really dilapidated basement with a fucking shallow stage over there. It was like really comedy-esque. And it was really like, the vibe was dope. There's like 12 comedians there. And I've never gone up. So she was like, do you want to go up first? I was like, fuck yeah. Okay. I would love that. And she's like, all right, awesome. So she put me up, and it was Super Bowl Sunday, so there's only comedians there. Like 12 comedians that just wanted to do an open mic, didn't give a fuck about the Super Bowl that was on TV. And I went up, and I never heard my voice over a PA. So I said, hey, what's up? My name is David Knight. And it just froze because I just like, it was weird. I never heard it. And then I was telling jokes that are fucking probably good. If I worked them out, they're probably good.
That's what, yeah.
No, they're actually atrocious.
No.
No, one of them was genuine. Was like, oh, fucking, if I had a Barbie that was like every millionth was anatomically correct, where she had like cherry sauce coming out of her, but it wouldn't be good because you'd have fucking like teenage boys like going down on Barbies and shit, and you're trying to get the last bit of it. Be like, oh, I love it. It'd be like a fucking. It wouldn't be good for the world.
So it wasn't as. So when you tell those jokes or you have them in your head, you feel like they have like a sense of making people laugh.
Yeah, this was before I had any like perception of what actual comedy was.
Yeah, see,
like,
that's crazy too. Yeah,
and I wasn't like a big fan of a lot of stuff. Just a few comedians, a handful
that you kind of off knew stuff like that.
Like Dave Attell, that fucking.
See, like that's crazy too. I didn't even know about Dave Attell until I actually started getting into.
I watched his late night with Dave Attell where he'd fucking go around with his little camera. Do an overnight show. It was real fucking amazing.
That's crazy.
Amazing. And Trigger Happy TV, the British comedy show, just as old fucking good, weird humor. But that first mic, man, somebody in the back, I'll never forget this. It was like a comedian laugh. He had this. It was like it was at me. It wasn't about my show at all. Like
his laugh. Okay.
He was laughing at me. And like now being in the game for as many years as I have, I see that when you see somebody trying to do a joke that's funny to them, that's funny to their friends, and I'm like, I know what you're doing, and that's funny to me. And that's why I laugh sometimes like a dick. But I do that quite often at mics. I think you should tell your viewers tonight that we did mediocre at best at the mic.
Thank you guys for joining. We have 6 viewers. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Christ.
Thank you guys for watching. You know who's in the viewers?
Probably my fucking bounty hunters.
You know who else?
Who's that?
We got blockchain engineer. You ever heard of that YouTuber? Blockchain?
Never once.
Dude, he's a beast.
Oh, okay.
He's a master coder.
Master coder.
Yeah.
That sounds like some Metal Gear shit.
Nah, it's we have Nico in the in here as well. So, what's up, Nico?
All right, I'm gonna show him what a podcast is like.
Shout out to Nico. Nico,
right.
you're a beast.
Nico looks like the only guy that auditions to be a bus driver.
No.
Now they're good people. You know what's really fucking amazing about every comedy community you go to is like you find these people, because there's some casualties. There's some like you'll meet some people and they'll be there for like a month or two. They're on that wave and they're like, oh, I love it. They had a show or two, and then they're out. And then there's some people that are just fucking grinding day in and day out.
Yeah, see, that's what's weird. I've only been doing it for 3 months, but probably this last month I've been grinding the whole fucking every open mic that I can get to. But now I don't see people that when I first started. I'm like, what happened? Like,
yeah, your graduating class will come and go. Yeah, the consistency's gone. Because it's hard to fucking face that night after night. Like, just knowing that, like, hey, these are some ideas I wrote. Do you mind if I seek validation from you real quick and see how you like them?
But
and if I don't,
I think that would be the perfect kind of revenue or kind of like way to push it out. Like, because, okay, think of it this way. Like, you have all these things that you think are funny and you want to banter at, but you don't do it. Like, where else can you do it? That's what I feel is like these little.
I feel like my jokes just, all right, this is going to sound crazy. Is like, I don't really write material. Like I do when I don't. I'm the fucking worst comedian in preparation since I had a show at the comedy club in El Paso, Texas. Like the first time I did a comedy club years ago. And I knew about it for 9 weeks. And I was like, all right, I'm really going to prepare this 7 to 10 minutes. Like I'm going to fucking write it. And then all of a sudden that day came. And then I was like fucking in the parking lot, jotting down some fucking premises to go up and do a half-ass show. And when I see it, I kind of like, I kind of cringe at it because it's like, to me, 60, maybe 50% of my ability because I didn't prepare. It's sloppy. It's quick. But when people tell me like, hey man, I really liked your comedy video. I really liked that showcase tape. I'm like, tight. All it does is reinforce my bad behavior where I'm like, I don't have to fucking prepare. I can just fucking wing it. And it's suitable. And then I have this peace of mind in the background. It's like, oh, fuck. Imagine if I just prepared. Like, it's always this, this isn't even my final form. Like, just fucking imagine if I actually did a little bit of preparation.
That's kind of weird to think about, too, because, like, you see those comedians that work for their form, and then there's those comedians that are good at, like, just being off the cuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I go back and forth because sometimes I have a few weeks where I don't do a single fucking minute material, where I just do 10 minutes of riffing, just shooting the shit, having a good time with what's going on in the room.
Isn't that, like, the way to find new material, though?
It is, but then it's quickly a crutch. Like I was doing shows like 6 weeks in a row where I wasn't doing any material.
Straight.
I was looking around the room just talking shit, and it was going well. But then I thought, what about those people? I guess I underestimate how much somebody else may respect or appreciate a joke. Like I don't value my jokes the way somebody would a song. And was like, hey, I want to hear that.
What? Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's just like fucking words I made up. Like, I don't really.
That's just like a song.
I know. And it blows my fucking mind when someone comes up to me and they're like, hey, we stayed for your show because my girlfriend and I hadn't seen you in about 6 weeks. And I'm like, fuck. If I had known, I wouldn't have talked shit about the guy in the back for 15 minutes. Right. I would have, like, done some jokes, and I feel like I deprived them of it, and I feel like an asshole.
But then that's the difference between open mic and showcases, right? Showcases are
they can both go. They can go both ways.
See, that's what I guess I'm still too virgin at this. I don't know the difference between the two and shit.
The best way to imagine it is, I did a show in Midland, Texas once, and the whole room was like 150 people, and they're like, it was just like riffing with your family. Like I'd say some shit, and then
wait, was that like the way it felt though? Like when you went
no.
like, hey, what's up, guys? We got David Knight tonight. Hey, give it up for David Knight.
I was the third comedian, so I was a headliner, and I was up, and they like, when you're out of town headlining, these people have these false bravado that you're somebody you're not. Like regardless if they've ever seen you, they're on board with it because they're like, he's a fucking traveling comedian.
Do they even like give you that kind of like, oh yeah, this guy's from New Mexico, give it up from.
Yeah, they show that respect. Yeah.
But then do you kind of have that persona of like, oh, you have to have these kind of jokes? Like,
no, because it's only in LA is the first time I've ever seen a market that's like, you better bring some shit.
Something.
Yeah, something. Because
not your whole local bullshit.
Yeah, you can't be like, ha, 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 black people, ha, 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 Chinese, because in LA they have it. You can't be like, oh, there's this gay guy who's Korean and he also works in the NBA, and there's like a gay Korean who works in the NBA in the crowd at LA. It's like, so what's up? With like, surprise us. We don't know. So around here, you can get away with a lot more shock value. You can get a lot away with like simple shit,
See,
fun
that's
shit.
what's crazy to think about too. The demographic of the area, like where you're at, kind of determines what kind of comedy you can do.
I want to just go to New York, just sit there the whole time, be like, oh, I got something for y'all on my way out, and then just start hate in the comedy community. Because there were some New York comedians here just recently, and they invited me to go do some time in January.
Liar.
And Joe Miles. I'm sitting here fucking name dropping.
I want to hear some names.
You didn't meet Mr. Joe Miles?
I have not.
Oh, Mr. Joe Miles, man, and I would say Julo is her name on Instagram. Those two came down from Brooklyn. And actually, old legend from the parts, Mikey Mays, used to be around this parts. And he's in Brooklyn now, really fucking hitting it. So, yeah, there's actually, like, comedy is a community where if you make friends here, their friends are there.
Okay.
I was in Vegas a month ago, and I ran into a lot of comedians that I met in LA. And you're like, why you look familiar? Oh, yeah, you such and such, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's only 3 hours for them from LA to Vegas. So they're back and forth all day. So that's their little Albuquerque, El Paso.
So that's crazy to think about too. The circuit, like you
just
you find your little circuit.
Yeah.
You find where you have
Our
to hit.
circuit is like Tempe, Phoenix, Midland, Odessa,
What are
El
those
Paso,
called? No, Colorado.
Denver hits, but
I hear there's some good shit in Denver.
yeah, Denver. Yeah, I've heard you can also get banned in Denver, dog.
What?
Yeah, I've heard you can get banned. Like you can say some shit and that's it. Like you can get fucking banned.
I can see that though. I mean,
Back to what I was fucking saying about Midland.
they're trying to be super liberal, but
Midland taught me a valuable lesson about comedy that I feel like I'll never forget, in the sense of like that one room, the vibe of it was like I wanted to do this material, but they wanted to vibe with me. They wanted to be a part of it. It was like riffing with your family at Thanksgiving. What happened?
no, it's okay. We're still live though.
You broke your shit.
Dude, it's my fucking... Dude, it's my dog again. She's pissed. She's like, what?
Doesn't even fucking own a dog.
Whatever. I'm going to go bring her in here now just to fucking shut you up.
So I was in Midland doing a show, trying to do material, and these people were just fucking lively. And it taught me, it's similar to being in a fight. You can be in a UFC fight. You a fan of UFC?
Yeah, I love fucking UFC.
You can be in a fan of UFC fight and be like, okay, I have a fight camp coming up, but you can't go into the UFC thinking like, I'm going to walk into that octagon, I'm going to fucking right hook, left knee, he's going to drop, I'm going to fucking get a reverse
it's
choke.
not a scripted like
You
line.
can't get it. But what you can do is you can train in a multitude of fucking various events, like what could happen, like all this potential, blah, blah, blah. So that's like how I approach comedy now, where I take... A lot of people forget what got them up there. Your sense of humor that wrote your jokes, all that confidence, whatever inspired you to get there is still present. But if you ignore that and you write material up to the fucking minute, then you deprive yourself of that opportunity to present something witty or like what Corey was doing.
But isn't that good structure? Like, okay.
I think it's 70-30. I think you should take 70% material, 30% ability to be like,
This is one of those examples of a Kill
Where-
Tony set, right? You should have something perfect written, ready to go. You shouldn't be able to riff up there. I don't know. That's my opinion, but I feel like
you lose the authenticity of it then.
but that's
But then it feels like I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Joke one, joke two, joke three.
I feel like
yeah,
that's
you can
the
definitely
purpose
clean them
of
up.
it.
Yeah, I'm just lazy about my comedy, man. I don't write sets.
See that I feel like that would be a really funny experience to see you on Kill Tony, because most of the people that kill,
I definitely bombed sets that I had every right to do well on for ill preparation.
okay.
Like I know that in my heart of hearts that I've eaten dicks on stage. I'm like, woo, if only I would have just fucking. Or I've lost contests where I'm like, I just gave it up. I just like I gave up to crowd work instead of jokes when the contest wanted jokes, and I was like, fuck. In retrospect, I should have just done jokes.
I should have went with something.
Like yeah, like there's a lot of contests around town that they'll do a first part and then they'll come back for a second wave, and in that second wave I try to keep that momentum going from crowd work, and it just fucking, it's like starting an orgy up again. It's like, it just feels forced. It feels strange.
Okay, but is that because of the competition base?
I don't like competitions in comedy, period. I just feel like because it's a weird thing. It's like
I've heard some examples of that too, where they're just like, oh, you bring your friends because they make it louder for everyone else to kind of win the prize and shit like that. But then how does judging comedy really happen?
It varies. There's some places that go off LPMs, off your classic laugh per minutes. Like, how does the room sound? A booker will tell you up to your face, I didn't hear a fucking thing you said. I heard the crowd. If the crowd's roaring, doesn't matter what you're fucking saying. I don't care what your material is. I only hear feedback.
Okay.
All club promoters only hear feedback. So as long as your laughs are there, that's what's up. But then there's some competitions in town where it's like the bartender and one judge and such is the bouncer. They're the judges.
They're the judge.
And you're like, okay, now do I appeal to y'all?
See, but that's the case too. Like, okay, so at the raw and sauce that we had last night,
Right.
It was actually
Who was judging?
I don't know. I don't fucking know who was the judge. I don't know who I was trying to impress. I don't know who the fuck I was trying to impress. So that's the thing too.
Who do you appeal to, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I feel like the biggest thing that you can learn in comedy is fuck your material. You got to gauge a room off of like, it's like any other scenario in life. You got to feel it out.
I kind of feel you on there because I'm actually, if you saw in the room, I'm a musician. I played guitar for my whole life. I've been playing for like 12 years.
You have to have some other talent.
And that comes from practice, and that comes from being able to do it on the spot. Like when I used to play on stage with my band, like there'd be some moments where I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do this fucking guitar hop off of each other. But it was spontaneous crowd work, you know, because they felt the music. Let's do it. Fucking causes to become.
Sometimes I want to be a musician just because it's like, we know I will never get the draw a fucking musician does. Like you see some of these concerts and these fucking 100,000, like a comedy show will never be like a Queen concert.
Yeah, it will.
Never. Like fucking Kevin Hart is doing goddamn stadiums and it is not
close to what they would do.
Oh, fuck, bro. Even what that fucking Travis Scott documentary on Netflix. You watch that and you're just, I'm in the wrong fucking industry, bro. Like nobody's after my shows. I fucking live because of this. Like, no, it's like, I live because of David Knight jokes. Like, I'm not saving people out here, dog. Like,
you don't know, though. You don't know. Your joke can hit once in a while. Like, I still reference your fucking front to back joke because that still hits to me. I don't know why.
Oh, it's flattering as fuck, bro. Somebody the other day told me, this guy from Colorado referenced a joke that I did 4 years back. And it's like, bro, you remember that shit? And to me, that means he's been going around the country for 4 years casually. Oh, man, there's this comedian in Albuquerque with this opener, such and such. And it's like, man, that's flattering as fuck, bro.
Yeah, see?
Because it's out of sight, out of mind for me because I just don't respect it. It's weird.
And you probably don't even know, like, oh, shit, that bit's, like, lost in the barrel. I don't even fucking say that shit.
Because it's like, if you wrote one, write another. Like, you shouldn't be fucking sitting on jokes for 6 months. Fucking run them. Just run through them. Just have your fun with them. If you wrote one, you can write another. Don't be afraid.
That's true.
Don't fucking cling on to one because you did it. It's hard. Like, and because you have this, you also run into this weird fucking conundrum when you're on stage. Say you have a packed room and it's still an open mic, but you're like, fuck, I want to like show up and show out for these folks. Like, I want to really have a good show, but I want to try new shit, but I also want to do proven shit. I want to make sure they have a good time. So you find yourself fucking doing jokes you don't want to do just to get the laughs versus trying out that one fucking joke that you should have been doing.
I like that premise too, where it's like 70-30, where you're just like, you know, telling your jokes where it's crowd work and still material that you've written.
I don't think necessarily you have to force it to be crowd work. Just be susceptible to be flexible. Don't write to the minute.
Okay.
Because if you remove your sense of humor, that's pretty fucking selfish. That got you up there. That's like, hey, thanks, gifts. I got it from here. What the fuck? Like, no, your gifts is like, I want to go on stage with you, bro. Like, take me with you. Like, if you just take a minute and you'll have it. It's there. Your quick wit, your sense of humor, what wrote those jokes initially is still present with you on stage. And I think a lot of comedians dismiss that. They're like, oh, 5 minutes. Here's 5 minutes of material. I practice my 5 minutes. Well, yeah, then you're fucking cutting yourself out from any sort of like new tag, new punch, looking around the room and be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean, sir. Like whatever the case is,
Yeah,
like, you deprive yourself of it, and that's just a disservice that you shouldn't do. Like, have some fucking leeway to learn while you're still up there. Otherwise, what's the fucking point of being up there? They're just reps. Put them in, man.
You got to do it more and more.
Guys, please sit down. Please.
I mean,
sit down. I don't want the fake dog to get mad.
I get the aspect of it too, because like when you do the material that you've written, and in between there, you see a little leeway to joke around, maybe do a crowd work.
You find a new punch out that you didn't even expect you had.
Exactly.
It's there.
If there's a black person in my crowd, I'm always going to refer to them when I do the binary code joke. Just because I could be like, hey, sir, did you hear that I said the N-word in there? All the time, because that works.
Sir, did you hear? I just want to make sure you heard, sir.
Did you hear that? I used a soft one. Not
I never pull back. Like, my comedy is really, I don't know.
You can say brutal because, I mean, you're not really...
It's really non-consensual.
You're not talking about, like, killing babies and shit. So.
Nah.
Yet.
It's a lot of dick jokes, a little bit of racism.
You are, like, that sexual guy. You know, you're always talking about sex or, like, something like... I was getting into it and it's like...
You know, if your dad didn't molest you, he didn't love you. Just the basic premises of life. But I did hold back when I met fucking our... crowd favorite, local Joaquin, the blind comedian, because I had this premise for a good minute where I was like, it was an opener. I'd come out and just hit him with, fuck blind people, am I right? Mm-hmm. And I would just go into a bunch of reasons why and like a bunch of different jokes and punches up. And then I met him at a show one day and he goes up blind. And like, it really, I didn't open with it the first night I met him. Like, I was like, and then I met him, and then like I realized he's a pretty cool guy. He's a comedian just like any one of us. And I like to tell people now, like, I gave Joaquin a ride home, or at least he thinks so. But he's a funny fucking guy now. But yeah, I felt for a minute that it was like, oh man, I didn't like. I have a few wheelchair jokes, but if someone was like in the crowd, front row, just I don't know if I can just hit him straight up with like. And blah, 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 wheelchair. But then, like, they would want it, you know?
That's why they're there, too.
Yeah.
That's honestly...
Why hold back?
Exactly. I fucking love when people sit in the front, too, because, like, why else did you come to a comedy show if you're not wanting to get a little bit of feedback or roasted or some kind of initiation inside of the comedy?
I feel like it changes the vibe of the room if you sit up there. I really like it. I really make a point to sit up in the front just to add to the ambiance of the room. I fucking love mics, man. I love open mics. No matter what it is, like... No matter, it's like some of us get paid to do this, like full time. But I'll never fucking give up going to these mics because you'll catch one or two jokes. You're all, that's fucking gold. And it's just good to hear. It's good to laugh. It's good to see the working comedians. I like the camaraderie. Albuquerque used to have a different vibe years ago. It definitely used to be more of a brotherhood. A lot more comedians, a lot more mics. It used to be more of a community. Now it's very... clicky.
How does that happen though? Like,
I don't know. People change, careers go.
Like, okay, here's an example. Royal runs most of the open mics, right?
He had to step up. Somebody had to, yeah.
So was that the case, or did he get initiated into it?
No, Royal took it upon himself, which he has every right to. Like, you see, you know, all evil needs to succeed is for good men to do nothing. So,
like, that's the truth right now for Thursday nights. Like, right now, Thursday nights needs a really good open mic.
What are you talking about? Fucking, there's two.
They're not that great.
They're fun, dog. They're fun. They're really fun. There's Side Effects.
And then the Silver Lanes.
Punkies. Yeah, dog, when you walk into a bowling alley.
How you not... Are you forgetting fucking Karaoke? Are you forgetting Karaoke?
One time I saw I'm not gonna mention a comedian, but they bombed their set and then they did a karaoke song and they did phenomenal with their karaoke song. Like they did absolutely sensational. Bro, I was like, bro, you should maybe sing, bro. That's
change your outlook.
Like, yeah, funny is not in your fucking repertoire tonight, but let me tell you about that voice. Why do you have a podcast?
Why do I have?
Yeah, who told you that late?
Joe Rogan. He's always fucking promoting podcasts. So I was like, I'm going to fucking do a podcast.
I'm going to go ahead and check this flux capacitor.
Do it. We actually have to fill that.
Yeah, excuse me.
Give me 1 second. I actually gonna let the dog in because I don't know. Have you been hearing her?
I heard her once.
She's been fucking going
All
crazy.
right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of your live air for a second.
You actually give it a go for a good 2 minutes. I don't know. I'm not gonna take 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right,
Give it.
I wish I could say there's a viewer questionnaire, but I don't know shit going on here.
People watching. So.
Well, I know there's fucking people watching. Where's your camera? I don't know if it's right or left. That is definitely a PlayStation 4i. What's up, Angels viewers on hell? This room looks like a final destination of all hopes and dreams. It's a wide array of music memorabilia mixed with satanic cult-like behavior. You look like the first guy that was filming those Bang Bro like previews way back when they're like, oh yeah, that guy there. Let's see if he wants to fuck you guys. I'm here, guys. Let's pull over. Tell me what you're thinking about. I'm not fucking sponsored by these motherfuckers. I'm gonna start taking away some brands here.
Anyways, dude, we need to get back into my fucking podcast where we're supposed to be talking about.
Go on.
What? Are you a political person?
No,
At all?
no, man. I have this perspective on it that I see the government like mom and dad, right?
Okay.
Like, they're there doing what they do. I appreciate the fact that push come to shove, you have, like, first world amenities. You have some law enforcement, some medical services, some fire department, all this shit showing up. You hear stories of, like, somebody, this guy has a bazooka in the streets in Juarez. And they're like, all right, well, we're not going because he has a bazooka, ma'am. You just said that, so we're not fucking showing up. Like... The Mexican police are like, you say RPG? Well, we don't have an RPG, so no, man, we're not going. Good luck to you. But in America, like, oh, we'll fucking handle it. They'll fucking show up and show out for swatting. Well, people will be like, yeah, it's happening right now. I'm hostage, and SWAT team shows up. So I'm very appreciative for all things America, but I don't want to help out with the electric bill. Like, I don't want to run the numbers with mom and dad, so I'm not going to help. Like, I'm not going to, like, start being like, I don't want to know our budget. And they're like, okay, well, start contributing. And you're like, never mind. Like, I'm just thankful. Like, I don't get involved because I'm like, ooh, and that's a selfish fucking...
That's kind of true because, like, there's so much sides, like, two sides to a story. Why can you not kind of contribute to bringing something to a close? Like, exactly, if you don't care about politics, but yet there are certain things that you can actually bring your input in. Why don't you? Like, again, I mean, this is every fucking question. You're probably...
Because I tell fucking dick jokes to strangers.
That's not a bad... So do a lot of people, and they
so
still...
So why skew that platform and be like, and also, because that fucking... You know that goddamn ad right now going on YouTube, that Corey Gardner and air pollution and fucking... They're fucking saturating the shit. I can't even skip this. Corey Gardner say, look out for people and not his investors and all this shit.
And that's where you take that output.
Oh my fucking God, man.
You take that and you're like, this guy
Nobody at the mic tonight wants to hear me talk about Corey Gardner and air pollution. I don't know who the fuck Corey Gardner is, though.
That's the point, though. You get this context of what people are out there listening to.
Years back, I worked at a call center, and this lady told me once.
You worked at a call center?
Fucking way back when, man.
Hell, I worked at a call center, too.
Grind, bro. Not grind, bro.
Fucking
asset.
B of A.
Trying to say, just please don't leave. Please don't. Please. I'm sorry your landlord doesn't want the satellite, but can we
We'll help you. We'll help you. We'll help you.
Is your landlord there? Oh. But I was talking to this lady, and she was a nice black lady, and I was like, so this fucking Obama thing comes up, and she's like, you know what, tell me, baby? Obama never put a sandwich on my table. I was like, first or second term. She's like, oh, it doesn't matter who's president. They never put a sandwich on my table. And I was like, man, I guess that's a crazy perspective to look at it. Like, it is like, yeah, it does affect people. There are real politics and real fucking things involved. But I don't know, man. The most political thing I do is 100% of my shows, military ID free. Veterans, I don't care what you serve, because I'm out here fucking slinging the First Amendment. And if I was in North Korea, I'd be dead skis for the shit I say.
Right.
So if I had the audacity to charge you while you served our country, fuck out of here. Nah. So, yeah, if you have a military ID, you're just in my show for free.
No matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. Because it's like, you're the reason I get to be like, blah, blah, blah. What if the Hulk was racist? Like, I get to fucking say this stupid shit because of you running.
So you understand the values.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love being an American.
But just who gives a fuck about the background story of everything that's going on?
Look, man, Johnny Five didn't get a happy ending in Short Circuit too, I think. So I kind of live my life off of Johnny 2. If Johnny 5 didn't make it, we have no hope for anybody. Basic principles.
That's pretty deep, bro. That's pretty deep shit.
You seen Short Circuit?
I have not, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm probably one of those dudes that has to watch a reference on YouTube. Like, hey, can I see what Johnny Circuit is for fucking...
What do you watch on YouTube, man? I fucking put hours into YouTube, bro. That's where I get my content.
Everything, dude. I watch a lot of shit.
I feel like being a comedian... You
don't fucking watch Kill Tony, so it doesn't matter if I talk to...
Nah, I should watch it. I don't know what the... Is it... So, all right.
Mondays at 9 o'clock.
All right, call me naive.
Mondays at 9 o'clock.
What is it? He, an hour, comedians go up, it's a potluck.
2 hours.
You get drawn.
from a bucket. You know the exact premise. Why are you joking with me?
Because I've never actually... I've seen it in passing. Like, I've seen Bill fucking Burr on it, you know?
You have a guy that's been on the fucking show.
Yeah, but he's a piece of shit.
But you still know the premise of how he got there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Fucking potluck, bro. Comedy is a small world, man. Comedy is a small
fun, though.
Especially amateur world, small.
What's us not starting a show like that here?
I saw a show that I want to do here.
Making fun of a fucking bunch of idiots that try.
Similarly to that show in Vegas has this gong show where if you start to bomb, gong, and then everybody yells in unison, get the fuck off the stage. It's fucking great.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as the comedian tells a joke that's like...
doesn't hit at all.
And they're like, gong. It's like some comedians up there for 5 minutes, some comedians up there for 30 seconds. And it's fucking great.
That's actually a pretty cool idea.
Oh my God. When you're watching it, you're like, that's fucked up. About 4 or 5 comedians in, you're like, yes. Yes, I wish we can gong the fuck out of a lot of these comedians.
I mean, that's the whole point of Kill Tony, so I get the idea.
He just shits on them?
Just pretty much is like, he gives them that 1 minute to do whatever they want. And if it's bad, get ready because it's going to be fucking a shit show.
What happens if you just fucking slay?
That's the point. You kill Tony.
Oh.
You kill Tony.
That's what's up.
There's no way you can really be like, oh, what else am I going to say? You pretty much just hype up the comedian.
I don't want to continue to name drop or nothing of that nature, but I know another gentleman. I kind of know him in passing. We did a handful of shows together, but he was on the Joe Rogan Experience.
No, he wasn't. What the fuck do you know people from the Joe Rogan Experience?
One episode.
Okay, from what, episode 5 when he barely started in his room?
I guess it doesn't matter because dude won't see it. I met fucking Frank Castilla, the winner of the Comedy Central Roast Battle.
I love that guy.
Yeah, Frank Castilla.
I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, fucking great guy, right? With his wife Hannah. Great fucking guy. I met him in LA. We were at this place called Wake and Bake for a Thursday open mic.
That's legit. I love that guy.
And I was like, why do you look relatively familiar? And I just seen him on JRE like 2 weeks previous. And I was like,
he's not been on there.
Yeah, he has.
No, he hasn't.
Promise, dog.
I'm going to look it up.
Dog, I swear to God.
I'm fucking pissed.
All right, well, look it up.
This is all off.
But yeah, I saw him on there and I was like, because he's not wearing a hat. He's not wearing a beanie or nothing. He took his hat off, his little ball. So I was like, dog, why do you look so familiar? And then his buddy leans in like an asshole. He was on Joe Rogan. He just won the Comedy Central Roast Battle.
Oh, you fucker. You're right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Damn.
Castillo's from the Bay, bro.
Yeah, so.
Castillo's from the Bay.
Dude, now I have to see that episode.
It's good, man. It's good. He talks about coming up because he paid his dues appropriately, man. He did the fucking the doorman slot.
Watching everybody.
The phone. You did the phones late night. You hopped on. You were there to cover. Like he did it traditional 8 years the grind, man. Fucking big ups to him. But we were at an open mic about 6 months after he won the roast battle in LA. There's one that's super fucking focused around bud. And he got super high and he leaned in and he blew out a bunch of my bud he thought was ash. He's all, I was like, yo, I don't got Comedy Central money like that. I don't got it like you, bro. And I was like, all right, man, I'm going to ask you straight up. I was like, what's the biggest thing that's changed? I was like, comedian to comedian, what's the most significant something that you've seen in your career since then? And he's like, because it's like, obviously you're not driving a Lamborghini overnight. You're not on tour.
Yeah. I don't see you all the time.
Yeah. Like we're at the same open mic. We're hopping on this shit together. So like, what's the reason? What's the purpose? And he was like, I have a number at Comedy Central I can call. I have a guy that I can pitch stuff to or I can talk to about getting on stuff. And it's like, that's crazy that you win a national competition.
And all you got
is a fucking like
a guy inside.
Yeah. Now you know a guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, bro, the come up is real. But it's like, and then he started like opening like Bert Kreischer, and now he's a regular at the store. He got on the wall.
Yeah,
he's doing like really good fucking things.
I see his post where he's just like, he's always the end of the set all the time. He always closes the show.
But man, some of those fucking sets, bro. Some of those
killers, yeah,
oh
a bunch of amazing
like
people on
Santino,
there.
Vaughn, like some of them you go through, and Joey Diaz and Rogan, like they're on there, and you're like, jeez, even to be on a fucking closing set of those. And yeah, there's still 4 people. Those guys aren't there anymore, but you saw them in passing. You share the fucking stage with them. It's something. It's the start. And he's doing it right, and he's doing it big. But that guy was just like the most humble, cool guy. And it was like, I won this, but
That guy's sick too.
I
Like,
got to be out here, man. I got to be on the grind.
that's one of those things that got me into comedy too. Like when I first saw the second season of Roast Battles, I was
Never seen him.
really.
Never seen him, bro.
It's a fucking great show, dude.
Bro, I watched a lot of comedy when I was young.
It blows my
But
mind.
now not so
dude.
much, bro.
Yeah, dude. Roast Battles is a good show. The third season kind of sucked because he just kind of did like a celebrity kind of thing. Like even Blake Griffin was on there. Do you know Blake Griffin's a
Yeah.
fucking comedian?
Well,
You know he's a fucking comedian.
well, he's on the dais of a lot of shit, like the roasts.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah, Nikki Glasser fucking talked about him a lot.
She was here recently. Did you hear
On
about
this podcast?
that? No. That
What?
If that was the case, you know, I'm actually going to go see.
Nikki Glasser wasn't on this podcast? That's so fucking crazy.
Not yet.
Okay, you're right. Excuse me. You have a Hey Arnold table spread. How the fuck am I supposed to know Nikki Glasser wasn't here?
I thought her name is Glazer.
Yeah, see how bad I'm fucking it up, bro?
Yeah, it's
We're
just-
not friends.
That's just how it happens.
She doesn't know my name. Why should I know hers? Okay, it's a fucking start. Okay, we're all.
Easier that way.
I'm trying out here, just trying to get paid to please people with my mouth, man. I'm just trying to do the fundamentals that I have to. I do comedy because it's the fucking easiest part about not growing up.
No.
Yes, fuck you. Fuck you. If there's like, it's hard what we do. It's fucking hard. Just because you have to make this shit up. And regardless, it's the last form of magic I believe in. Like, think about wizards or spell casting 100 years ago, right? Like, they talked about these men and women that are able to put together these sentences that would conjure these certain feelings. So if you're able to put together a sentence that no matter the variables in the room, no matter what these people do for a living, no matter where they came from, what they drive, how they feel that day, their origin of fucking birth, religion, all those variables aside, at the end of this sentence, collectively, you command laughter. You bring an emotion out of everybody at once. If that's not fucking magic, I don't know what the fuck is. It's spellcasting. It's I said a certain words in a certain order and boom.
Everyone laughs.
I brought a genuine feeling out of you. Like, how fucking crazy is that?
I think, honestly, I think that's the way human society or indigenous cultures used to be. And we just lost track of that.
How do you mean?
Like, you know, like, I'm just throwing it out there. Like, natives and older people always knew the whole fact of, you know, sitting around telling stories, sitting around being able to give their advice, telling the way they think of things.
Perception, man.
But yet we see it now as like when we go and tell a story or we go and tell something of a premise or a joke or something, we still have people thinking about what is going on in a storyteller kind of sense. Like, dude, we're just like a native guy up there trying to tell a story so that it gets passed down over and over and over again. Like you said, you had that guy that told you a joke that you're like, oh yeah, my joke 4 years ago
resonated with him.
Who knows how many times he's told that joke to the world.
I hope he stole it at some point.
There you
Jesus
go.
fuck, bro.
See, isn't that the ideal moment that you want in comedy? Is like when people can recognize you not based on what you do, but based on what you say.
A guy came up to me the other day and like hugged me, like dabbed me out, hugged me, really excited. Like he had this energy to him, like we were fucking brothers because of he enjoyed my set that much. And I'd never met this guy. I'd never seen him for summer meeting. This is after the show Monday. He comes up to me the second show and just fucking, bro, I might do comedy because of you, bro. That was some great shit. I love your energy. And it's like, it's hard to reciprocate that energy because it's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you? But at the same time, I don't want to be so fucking jaded that I don't remember what that feels like.
Well, you got that sense, like you said, like it's just like a rock star sense. You did. That's a rock star, bro. I don't care how you think. That's why I love that I got into comedy now, because it's the exact.
For the bitches and drugs.
It's the same fucking thing. Oh, I'm here to fucking party and make you guys want me,
Bro, that is the worst fucking part about Albuquerque. I'm gonna say it right now. There's a bunch of fucking pussies that live here. Okay, you go to any other fucking market. I'm gonna even say it, man. The El Paso market right now turns the fuck up. They fucking party. They're like, while you're smoking, they're gonna lean in, but you got other party favors? Like,
you got things, yeah.
this is just we're just like, it's fucking, it's astonishing. Like how much they want to just have a party at the show versus here, everybody's so fucking, my time, it's snooty fucking, I know it's funnier than me. Like, everybody has these fucking competitions where it's like, we don't have to have like, how many fucking guitarist competitions are there in town? Like, can you fucking play the greatest riff? No, it's like, just go enjoy what you like. Comedy's fucking dope. Comedy's dope. I never watched Def Jam comedy way back when and was all like, I don't like that guy. Next guy.
Yeah,
and then like,
true.
I like that guy more than the other guy. No, you just like the fucking comedy show.
What was going on?
So it bugs the fuck out of me that we're like, that we're forced against each other. Not because it's like, I love it. It's weird. It's contradictory to me because I love being competitive. I love all aspects of it. I love winning. Like, I fucking love winning, and losing is like, I'm petty about it, man. Losing's a bitch.
But is it the same though? I don't feel like it's the same. Like, again, the way you were explaining it, what happens now does kind of happen where you're fucking, you go up there and you're just like, oh, I'm trying to outdo the next guy. Like, why the fuck should you try to outdo the next guy where you should get momentum from that next person?
Right, yeah. There should be places where it's like, I don't know, there's other markets where you develop relationships with comedians where you're hyped, they walk in, you guys hype each other up. I love your material, you love my shit, let's do this, man. But instead around here, they're motherfuckers will step out during your set and be petty. A lot of jelly going around. I don't know, man, just funny's fucking fun. I don't know why people want to be hateful with it.
And that's the other thing too, is like, funny is funny no matter what. Like,
yeah, that's the golden rule, right?
If
funny trumps all.
If there's this little,
except for those headphones.
Dude, this is where the fucking,
no, nobody's ever once tuned in because of your fucking headphones.
Dude, I've gotten fucking comments about that.
No fucking way.
Obviously right now, because we have your crowd here right now.
It's not my crowd. It's just, general people that like a viewership, that like a good podcast. No. There's nothing wrong with tuning in to finally to see something in English for once.
Do you
speak English on your podcast normally?
Yeah,
this is an English speaking podcast?
It's a very fucking English speaking podcast. Okay. I don't think we've ever spoken Spanish on this podcast at all. And that's the only other...
Because I've seen Nico speak and it only...
I think Nico only knows English.
I don't know.
You've heard the joke.
It seems like Nico speaks as if he bought a Hooked on Phonics set at a yard sale and like a tape or two was missing. And he just like didn't get some fundamentals in the English language. So sometimes when he talks, it definitely sounds like he gets paid to suck dick for a living.
Oh my God. Jeez. Shots fired. I don't have the siren here.
This isn't... I was telling your viewers when you stepped away that first and foremost, this looks like a casting couch set. I don't know if anybody's ever been in here, but this definitely looks like a casting couch set.
Yeah, it's called fucking a closet. Everyone thinks I'm podcasting in a fucking closet.
You never came out of the closet.
This is my closet.
But this array of stuff seems like you took it from your siblings.
Fuck no, this is my shit.
Like you have like partially, it's a mix between like Pokemon, some cult classic music shit, a little bit of DBZ mixed with satanic worship. Yeah, and then fucking Daryl from Walking Dead. That's not strange at all to have just a... And he signed it? Did you see him sign it?
That was the artist who made that picture.
Oh, that's even stranger.
How is that strange?
I don't want Steve Jobs fucking signature on my Mac.
I'm glad on the podcast I can't see that fucking poster, so thank you very much, everybody. So David is just fucking bashing on shit that nobody could see, but thank you very much.
Hey, who's your next guest?
My next guest tomorrow is Bear Lopez.
Oh, man.
My fucking uncle that gets out of prison.
Is he really your uncle?
No.
Oh, shit. He looks like your uncle.
He probably does. He does.
Yeah.
We have that same skin tone, you know?
You guys look like you sell DirecTV satellite dishes on the side of the road.
No.
Under a tent.
No.
I like that you had to purchase up front.
He looks like the guy that has me invited all the time. He's like, hey, don't you want to go to work, Hito? Don't you want to go to work today, Hito? No,
One time I was outside of a bar and this guy was throwing a trash can at another guy. He's like, you fucking maricon, you fucking maricon. He's throwing a trash can at him and they're yelling. And I leaned into somebody else. I was like, yo, he's going to be real upset to find out that we're all American. And she's all, maricon means faggot. And I was like, oh man. I thought he was just sitting here saying like, fuck Americans for a good 5 minutes, bro. And I was like, really scared. My stepdad once got a job delivering phone books. And then I would go with them on these phone book delivering things. They'd go to apartments and used to drop off phone books years back, fucking early 2000s.
Yeah.
And instead of delivering them like appropriately, we would just throw them in a dumpster, like in bulk. Like hundreds of phone books dumped into dumpsters. What kind of work ethic do you do that? It's probably not preparing sets. That's what teaches me that.
I mean, that was a sense of like letting people know, like, don't worship this kind of. We're moving towards a better future. People, fucking get away from the phone books.
Did you tell everybody here it smells like meth?
No, it does not. Fucking does it?
No, I don't know. I don't know what meth smells like. Just what it tastes like.
Just what it tastes like. I think it has that kind of.
You ever accidentally smoked meth? I hate that. Right?
No, I've actually accidentally done coke before.
You've never done coke willingly?
No, not willingly.
No, coke's amazing.
Is it now?
Coke is amazing.
I thought it was too powerful for me.
Why?
Because I don't know, it was too hyper.
That's cool to feel like Superman and feel like first time I did cocaine, I was on a Harley and it was in the northeast of El Paso where there's like pretty country roads. And I felt like if I fell off the Harley, I could just run. I was like, it's okay. I'll just run it out. Push come to shove. That's what cocaine makes you feel. It feels like venom inside of you. You ever seen Venom, the movie?
Yeah.
We can do anything. That's what cocaine feels like.
Cocaine feels like
when somebody's
another entity inside of you.
Yeah, when somebody's like, you need to behave, smack her. Like, it's just like a, we don't listen. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's not the case. Cocaine is not that bad.
Cocaine's great. What are you talking about?
Fucking.
It's just a bitch. It's so expensive, you know?
Why did they turn that, well, they switched that now. The party drug is more like an Adderall kind of thing.
Adderall's a limitless drug. Are you kidding me, bro? Adderall will set you like Bradley Cooper. It just fucking... You have access to 100% of your shit. You can recall everything and you don't need food. It's phenomenal.
My fucking high school years were all based off of that shit.
That's nice.
No, it wasn't. It was bad. I felt like I was an addicted
Do you have insurance now? You should really look into getting it. I'm not saying the community would buy it, but the community would buy it.
No, around everybody else. Like, I know they would. I kind of... Dude... what the fuck? I don't want to drop names either, but there was a local person too where she did a joke about Adderall and everybody just went to go hit her up right after. Everybody. I was just like, holy shit, is that really how that works?
Yeah, I didn't know glory holes existed until she also... I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. That's a... No, that lady's crazy. Anyways... Good. We're back. We're back at this shit. Dude, I didn't know you're not a political person. We fucking spent a fucking long time on politics, bro.
When?
Just now. Didn't you hear all that shit?
We weren't politicking. You know where I'm from? Politicking is like, let's work out this deal.
I get it, though. I get it. You care about the system, but you know.
I don't, man.
You don't.
I don't. I mean, I'm not going to contribute towards it. But I'm definitely, like, not going to litter publicly, you know? You got to draw the line somewhere. I mean, I'm saying I don't leave hotel rooms trashed. I'm not an asshole.
I don't know, man. After that cocaine binge? After a cocaine binge? I'm just kidding.
There's no such thing as a cocaine binge. It's just until the coke runs out.
See, that's what's crazy. I've only done cocaine one time. I was at a party, right? High school. And fucking the guy didn't want to take me home. Nobody wanted to take me home.
Guy didn't want to take me home.
I want to go home, right? And the only way he would take me home is if I did cocaine. So I did cocaine, but I didn't snort it. I put it on my tongue, and he got mad. He was pissed. He was just like,
"Where's the coke?" That's why.
He was like, "Exactly."
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
I don't know. That's some Overwatch behavior. Can't do that.
I wasn't trying to outdo him by putting it in my nose, first of all. And I thought baby steps were at least to put it on your gums or something. I mean...
Well, they say, like, good coke on your gums will be super numbing. Super numbing.
So I mean, I had an experience. I felt something, but it wasn't like fucking do a rail and fucking jump off the roof.
Yeah.
But that's the difference, because Adderall was actually more like, it was easier, and I wasn't like, I was just popping pills. It was so much easier to pop a pill instead of thinking about snorting something is scarier than popping a pill. I don't know if that makes sense.
That's strange.
That's life.
The first time I did Xanax, I did a show later that night, and I remember slurring my words, and I was like, fuck. Because I don't do that.
See, Xanax is crazy. I've never done Xanax.
Yeah, I did Xanax, and it was the only thing out of everything. For some reason, I was yada, yada, yada. I was like, ooh, gotta watch that. That's really unattractive. Gotta watch that. So what do you talk about on your show? What the fuck you do here?
What else do you have? You ever done psychedelic trip?
Yeah, mushrooms, acid. I've pretty much done everything but heroin.
But heroin.
Yeah, they have that old saying, like, when you're a fucking kid and dare, you're like, I'm never going to do drugs. And then when you're like 25, 26, you're like, I'm just never going to do heroin. How's that sound?
How does heroin sound?
With that being said, though,
How was a good trip?
I
What's a good
would
trip?
probably do heroin if I was married to a phlebotomist and would also like knew the guy who worked at like a Tesla pharmaceutical company.
I think the only way you would do heroin is the girl can suck your dick and give it to you.
That's part of heroin, bro.
At the same time.
I think that's part of heroin.
It's like, let me just show you.
I have an uncle. I'm not gonna say a family member or which one, but I have an uncle who says he's sucked dick for crack.
Larry Knight.
Old LK up there.
Crazy
let me
ass shit.
fucking tell you, Larry, who donated all this music memorabilia.
Does some crazy ass shit, bro. Shout out to Larry Knight. You got me,
man.
David Knight, on the podcast.
I can't wait till he comes on one day.
He was the connection, bro.
Hey, what does MuseMe TV mean?
Exactly what it sounds like. Make me laugh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, MuseMe TV. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're watching it and you guys are here, hopefully you're laughing. Thank you for the 8 viewers tuning in. You guys are awesome. We're just hanging out. We got David Knight in the studio. Where do they find you if they want to find you? Are you on any social media sites?
Everything that says Gold David Knight.
Gold David Knight.
Yeah, just like that. All one word. Gold David Knight. GOLDDAVID KNIGHT. Knight with a K.
Look him up, guys. Look him up. He's a funny guy. He's a funny
Fucking
guy.
mediocre at best.
With unwritten material, he's a funny guy.
No, you know what's fun about it is being funny is just universally fucking fun.
It's an act.
But what I don't like is when you're off stage with comedians and they can't have a conversation. When you're shooting the shit and they want to fucking do material and they want to fucking be a stage persona. They can't just, oh shit. They hear our Guatemalan boy. Oh no.
Go lay down, dog. She wants attention.
We're trying to fucking film.
She wants attention. Oh man.
Bro, the production value around here.
Love dog.
Are there drugs in here?
Dogs love dogs. Dogs are the shit.
Oh, there are drugs. I thought they were like fucking
actual Mentos.
Yeah,
let me just clean my breath right away. That's not how this works.
I like your setup, man. This is a very professional setup.
Dude,
I like your lights.
It's a good little thing. I actually got those lights because I was into photography for a while. I got into photography. You saw the camera. You see my camera? That's just not no fucking little toy. That's
It's a vlogging camera for sure.
That's a dit. That's shit to get shit done. So I was in photography.
If you're a photographer, you tell people shit like, I shoot people.
No, I tell them like, hey, do you want to do implied nudes?
Implied news?
Implied nudes.
I heard photographers are super creepy.
They do get creepy. I kind of stopped because it feels creepy in that sense, because I don't want to be that guy who's just like, oh yeah, let me just take a picture of you naked, but not naked.
Just for the naked thing.
But not naked.
I've had a vision about you being in a bathtub and milk.
See, that's the thing though. What is it? What if they give you the vision? They're like, oh, I have this idea where I want to be naked, but you can't see it, and you have
I want to do some nude art. I think it'd be sophisticated. I've never worked out a day in my life.
Dude, I have the camera work. Let's do some implied nudes.
Implied nudes.
Implied nudes.
Some Hey Arnold material.
I'm talking about literally looking back, butt cheeks, clenched, everything. Like
Clenched.
Shit. I mean, I kind of see you got to work on the squats a little, but...
No, I got a phenomenal squats, man. Every foundation is what I do up there. I don't even take material. I just take my core on stage. I love fucking around and having a mediocre time on stage. Mark Maron has this expression, says, I didn't prepare for this, which means if I did well, then I'm a fucking phenom. And if I didn't do well, I mean, it's to be expected. I didn't prepare.
That's like Jeff fucking, I forgot his name. But there's this other guy that just does that kind of sense where it's just like, if I go up there and I can kill it, then I'm just phenomenal. It's like,
I think it's all about the vibe of the room. I'm definitely not an opener. I'm not the fucking tone to set for comedy because I'm so abrasive.
so is that how you felt tonight?
Oh man, I fucking hate opening.
Well, why do you sign up first?
Because it's a fucking shit show if you sign up 18th. It's one or the other. I need to sign up second, third, because they need to have an impression of comedy, see what it is, and then I do it. And then they move on. A good second or third spot is the sweet spot when it comes to these mics.
So you don't think a good opener kind of builds up the crowd?
I think they can, but I'm a fucking headliner. Let's get that understood right now.
Hear that, everybody?
You hear me? Inhale. I'm a fucking headliner. All right. Sit down, everybody. I'm fucking talking to Angel.
They're pissed, dude.
No, listen. Okay, what are you guys at the fucking show tonight?
This is the first time my crowd's ever been like this, dude.
Yeah, well, they're not going to see me outside.
They are mad.
Okay, I have at least one pink lemonade sparkling vodka cocktail inside of me. You don't know what the fuck I'm capable of.
Donated from Blockchain
No, it sounds super
Engineer.
pretentious, man. But like, I'm not saying, oh, I can't fucking open shows. No, but I fucking, check the Instagram. I be on some motherfucking headlining spots. So it feels good to have gotten there in my career. So, yeah, it's counterproductive to open shows because it's like it doesn't vibe well. It's like you just get into it in this presumed attitude and they're like, who the fuck are you? Versus if they've seen comedy for one or two tries and then they see you, like, oh, I like what you're doing. Versus if you open it up, like, what are you doing? Like, I feel like Elvis dancing up there sometimes. You're doing it and you're like, I'm fucking shaking my hips.
But aren't they impressed the first time you do it?
No, they're appalled like they were at Elvis. They're like, who the fuck are you doing that?
I think okay, see, the younger crowd is literally...
Oh, yeah, bro. I fucking, my demographic is douche.
They are totally gazing at your cock when you're doing that shit.
Lately, I've been having people following my DMs asking me when my next show is, but they're people with no, like, common friends or, like, associations with shows. So I'm like, oh, they're obviously trying to set me up and arrest me. I don't know who this is. I don't think I have real fans. When anybody's like, hey, when's your next show? I'm like, who the fuck sent you?
Where are you trying to meet me at?
Yeah, like, don't fucking... Yeah, it's really ironic to have warrants and also post where you're going to be with your face on posters.
See, that makes comedy so much better.
That's like, hey, I'm on the run, but catch me December 13th at El Paso.
I'll be there, right there at this time.
At 8:30.
If you're not there, then I don't know where you are.
For $7 you can get on in. And, bro, we did some shows in Vegas that I walked on because of friends of friends. I won't sit here for a fucking second and say I earned any of those spots. I got them on clout because of friends of friends. Some friends that I knew in the Southwest that went out and did bigger things. And because of relationships mended in these parts, they're like, yo, come on, I'm a walk on. So I did some fucking comedy clubs there. Not to my greatest ability. I learned a lot. I progressed. And I was leaving the club. And I found out these comedy tickets are like $78 a pop. You know how fucking bad I felt when I was all, these motherfuckers paid $78 a ticket to watch me do an 80% show. Because I learned in a comedy club. I've done a lot of comedy clubs. Comedy clubs are gimme shows. When you're in a comedy club, they're paid to sit here. They have alcohol in them. They're watching you. You could be like, bah! And they're going to, ha ha ha. They just laugh. They laugh at anything. They laugh at everything. But equally, if you're doing material that's trying to gauge them like a bar, like I'm trying to get your attention, they're like, what are you doing?
That's why I think it's crazy here too, because we don't have a comedy club, right?
So yes and no. There's a comedy club, but I guess it's real fucking like real poop a doop.
Okay, see that kind of throws me off too, because like
it's a place called The Vault, and I've never personally been. I've just heard stories through the grapevine that the dude is a piece of shit.
But how is that a comedy club if I don't hear anybody going there?
Fuck, I don't know. It's actually downtown when you walk.
I've seen it. It has a cool sign and everything.
Who the fuck knows? I've never been there.
But it has it looks cool.
Yeah, so it's fucking weird because I ate a few dicks in Vegas, and
That's what makes you better, though.
yeah, because I was like, man, I feel bad. But then my first night in Vegas, I just did a headlining gig in Austin, Texas, and then I flew back and I was in Vegas, and I was like, oh, I'm a feature. I feel like I should be a headliner because I was on this fucking high momentum, just being a dick, flying Southwest. You know what it is.
I got this.
So I get to this fucking venue, and this girl, the headliner, rubs a dead squid on her pussy. It's like an exhibition show, and people staple money to her, and she has a grinder, and she does sparks on her face and on her clit and all these different things. And I was all, maybe she's the headliner. Okay. But I really learned my fucking place because I was like, I'm a headliner. I was like, I'm no fucking headliner compared to her.
Okay.
That people are stapling shit to her.
She was doing way more things. Oh my God,
bro. She was throwing dead squid in the crowd. And at first I was all, who the fuck's going to get behind this? That's weird. People were really loving it. And then it got crazy because the MC got super drunk afterwards and was like violently throwing the squid. Whereas like there was these wooden booths in the audience and he fucking threw it and it, boom. And I was like, oh, that's got some fucking speed.
You can hear it.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, if someone got hit with a dead squid, that's like, I'd be fucking mad. But nah, she was dope. She signed some shit and she was crazy. She's crazy. Webcam does a lot of crazy shit. She's all like, I'm available for events and I love DP. And you're like, I'm not marketing myself well enough.
But the vibe of the event kind of made it seem like she kind of took the show.
Oh yeah, it definitely. She's fucking star. And I was like, my first night in Vegas, and of course, it was like, that's Vegas as fuck. Like I was like, what's it gonna be like? Oh my God!
Now you saw it.
I saw an adult rub a dead squid on her pussy and then chuck it at the audience for hundreds of dollars, and I was all, man, I'm a little bitch out here selling jokes.
What am I doing, right?
Right? Fucking jokes at a time. Horrible. I know a comedian in town. Tell me how you feel about this, man. I've seen him. I'll tell you off air who it is. He has a joke, and it's blatantly stolen. It's blatantly stolen from a very well-known comedian.
Wow.
Do I say something or just let it ride?
No, see, that's...
it's not my place. Like, I'm not the fucking white knight of comedy.
But see, I don't know about that either. That's kind of weird to think about because, like, I honestly feel... isn't everybody in any sense kind of have stolen material? If you think about it.
No, there's definitely linear thinking.
Okay.
There's definitely linear thinking. No, but this is stolen.
Because that's what I'm thinking in a sense where like everybody always has with the 7 billion, probably almost 8 billion people out there.
Not counting the Mexicans, 8 to 9.
We all have the same kind of sense of thinking at the same time. One person has to be fucking thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. One person.
That's what LA showed me, man. You go out there and it's like the Hunger Games. They got the 2 best out of every state. They got 2 from Wisconsin, 2 from New York, 2 from Nevada. They're all there like duking it out. And I saw like if you had a Dancing with the Stars joke, that blah blah blah, there was 4 other Dancing with the Stars jokes. But your joke better be better than theirs because there were similar jokes. I have a Godzilla blah 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 joke. There was a Godzilla blah 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 joke. There's like you see the culmination of all the talent come together at the pinnacle of where you're supposed to be, and it was like, oh, I'm not the only one with a such and such racism.
Yeah, it doesn't make you seem original.
Yeah, oh no, you quickly run into like, fuck, I have a Clue joke that's like such and such, like their joke is, but it's like you see where they deviate, but you also see the linear thinking. But you can't unless you just can't steal. You can't see something and spit it verbatim. That's what it is. Like if I have a fucking Golden Girls joke and you have a Golden Girls joke, then what the fuck ever. It doesn't matter. It's not like, as long as it's not the same joke. As long as it's like, there's premises that are to be shared. Like, that's everything. Everybody has a doctor medical joke. Everybody has a mechanic joke. But as long as it's not like, yo, that's my fucking joke, word for word.
Okay.
Because then that's some shit.
And that's how you feel about this comedian's joke.
Yeah, just because it's like, hey, what are you doing, man? Like,
So how do you feel when he gets reactions for this joke? Does he get reactions?
Oh yeah, it's unwarranted, bro. It makes me mad.
Okay.
It makes me mad. Like it's like
this is getting kind of intense.
oh man,
This is like one of those
disappointing.
That's one of those fucking Joe Rogan moments where you're gonna go step up and fucking tell Carlos Mencia to fucking get the fuck off stage and stop telling other people's jokes.
What's his Ned?
Ned?
Yeah, Ned. Fuck Ned, bro.
Damn.
I wouldn't say it to his face.
Now I want to know this. God damn.
I'll tell you.
We'll get off camera and talk about this shit. But damn. See, that's one thing I found weird too is like, if you're not funny enough to come up with your own material, I don't think you should be going up there to do other people's material. But I kind of get vice versa because think of it as like a cover band, right? There are people out there that can present other people's material very well.
Right.
So
do it respectfully.
How does that work in comedy? Does it work in comedy?
I don't think there's any tribute aspect.
There's no way to do that. No way.
It's like, I think if something is commercial, like maybe say Kevin Hart or Chris Rock make a joke that's so like, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Like that fucking Kevin Hart, like, you see the way my bank account's set up, I have a checkings and a savings. How you can just say that and everybody understands that joke. Everybody understands that one little fucking premise result. You see, I'm checking them savings the way my bank account's set up, and it's just a quick meme that everybody uses. Like you could perhaps reference something like that, but you couldn't say that. Like I saw fucking Donald Glover. You know fucking not the fucking Lethal Weapon Donald Glover, but the Child Gambino. This is America. This is America. Yeah. That motherfucker, he has a Comedy Central special when he was a comedian before he was a rapper. He has a special where I think he does like a Chris Rock or Chris Tucker. Like he's all, Chris Rock does it. And he does like a good solid 10 minutes of Chris Rock. And it's like, it was just so flabbergasting to see somebody special and then contribute minutes of somebody else's material, accent, tone, impression. He was doing Chris Rock jokes, like just mimicking him like his impression. But it was like what? You can't do that
on a special.
Yeah, like you can't, like that can't go down recorded. Like you can fucking vibe with that at an open mic because you're a fan
and you're making fun of it.
Yeah, let it be, but don't let that fucking be your special. That blew my fucking mind. But I don't have a special, so who's on to talk shit?
But still, I mean, it makes sense. Like especially specials are recorded history.
Yeah, it better be good. Be good.
And especially if somebody can refer to it and be like, dude, I said that. Like, why did you say that I said that?
That's why I don't do politics. I saw a special and they open with politics like in 93, 95, whatever, and they'll make a political joke about somebody and you have no fucking clue who they're talking about. If it's not a big somebody, if it's not a Clinton, if it's not a...
Yeah, right, we're going to start talking about Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, like if it's like who's a bitch that just dropped out? The fucking... Just dropped out of the nominations yesterday.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Some fucking, the lady. Anyways, she dropped out. We can mention her in our sets right now. You could even casually mention her potentially in a special. 10, 15 years from now, if she didn't do something significant in politics, you're like, who the fuck is that?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, but she was a runner-up on a 2020 campaign that didn't have the funding. So she may have had a bump after the debates, but then she fell off. So that's why she pulled out yesterday.
And who's going to remember that?
Exactly. But like periodically right now, we could definitely reference her. Like those in attendance at our shows would be like, oh yeah, I know the bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that on the
But if you saw that in my recorded special 12 years from now, you'd be like, who?
Okay.
So that's why I see like, oh man, you're just wasting time talking about shit that's can't stand the test of time. And that's unfortunate.
And that's kind of what should be recorded.
Yeah, if you're going to record some shit, let it be some shit
that is at least referenceable in 5 to 10 years.
At least. Like Lion King. If you're able to reference the Lion King, I don't have a single Lion King joke. That's my one aspiration because it's one of my favorite Disney movies. It's up there. Because I was born in 89. And I think that movie came out like 95, 96.
You were born in 89?
89, man.
Yeah.
Great time. I'm from the 80s, bro.
No, you're not.
I'm a classic.
You wish you
I'm
were
from the 80s. I'm a classic.
Dude.
I'm not like you 90s.
We're technically not even 90s kids, dude. Our lifetimes happened until 2000.
Pisces in 89. So that means early in the year for you astrological fucks. Do you believe in astrology?
Kind of. But in a sense of aliens. Well, no, I don't even know why I'm talking about this kind of shit.
How do you buy shit?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not going to tell your viewers you buy a lot of drugs also, but you also buy a lot of drugs also.
Okay.
How do you juggle both? Because you have a lot of memorabilia and shit. And like 9 times out of 10, I'm slinging some shit back at GameStop to be like, yo, you want to buy this fucking hard disk copy so I can get some more shit?
I honestly think I'm a hoarder.
You just don't feel good getting rid of it?
Yeah, like honestly, like I have like that Trunks toy right there. I've had that for years and I don't want to get rid of it. Like, what the fuck do I have it for?
He just showed me a dildo for 2 that you can use.
And it's black.
Bro, you want to hear the greatest fucking trunk story ever, bro? Before, it's a trap. Before these she-males and fucking women with cocks and Bruce Jenners were a thing in the world.
This is a very liberal podcast. We like to refer to them as transgenders in the LBGT plus community.
I don't care if they're fat.
Anyways, go ahead.
I don't know what liberal means, so we're going to go with it.
Again, I like Troy's joke where he's like, oh, what the fuck happened to the rest of the alphabet? LGBTQ.
He had a good joke tonight about the... one of them really happened. I don't know. I forget which one. He said, but I believe one of them really happened. I don't know.
Anyways, before the whole
transgender movement and everybody was on board with it, it was probably 2004, 2005. I was in high school. And my mother had a stepfather at the time. No, he was my stepfather.
Second or first?
First time, only time she remarried. I don't know if she's married again. We don't talk.
No.
She's married to this guy. And out of nowhere, they just got a fucking black trunk in their room. Just out of nowhere.
Trunk.
Yeah, like a trunk, like a fucking black trunk with gold fucking like buckles around it. And you're like, yo, what's the trunk for? And they're like, oh, that's for shoes. Stay out of it. We just put storage in it. Stay out of it. I was like, of course, stay out of it. So, of course, when they left one day, my brother and I, let's go check this fucking trunk out. Let's see what's up in this trunk. I go open up this trunk, bro. Dildos galore, bro. I'll never forget the smell of wood and lube. It's like this weird, interior of those shitty boxes, and it pops open. It's like a humidor of sex, bro.
Oh, God.
Ah, bro. It's fucking dildos more than 2 people need. That's for sure. Dildos like crazy. And those fucking DVDs with a woman on the front with a dick. And I was like, yo, my stepdad's in some crazy shit, bro. Like, this is before you even knew about it. Like, imagine, you seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Imagine being on the side of season 8, seeing dragons for the first time. Like, that, like you didn't know this stuff existed. And I was like 15, 14. I was like, that's a really pretty blonde. Look, great tits. You start getting out. What the fuck? And she's like a real dick. And this is the early 2000s, before the shit. And I was like, wow, okay, that's crazy. Not my style. I don't know why women have dicks. That's not what I prefer. When I hope all women don't have dicks. Like, you got to start questioning that. So I remember one day we were all fighting. I was like 17. We're all arguing, and my brother was like just out of nowhere, and he's like, "At least I don't watch women with dicks porn." And he's just. And to see a man's face who realizes that
just crippled.
His sexual preferences just just fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I don't trust trunks now, bro.
But with that transition of life now, doesn't that make you more susceptible, or now you're ready to embrace the transgenders, right? You've seen it. You saw it at a young age.
I know I'm ready to embrace the transgenders because like I'll be honest with you, man. I was born in '89. I want to say I'm old school about it. Like, if I'm watching a movie and all of a sudden I'm in a True Blood episode and 2 fucking high school boys just start kissing, I think I instinctively make this face. Like, I think it just happens. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, that's not wrong. They're enjoying themselves. That's them. To each their own. The other day, in my messenger, in my inbox, someone's like, yo, I want to see a comedy show. I'm like, absolutely. Tickets on me. I got you next time I'm in El Paso. And she was like, I don't think you know something about me. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Smiles universal. I got you, girl. It is what it is. And she's like, nah, I'm pretty open about it, but I'm transgender. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, that's not a fucking problem. Like, and in my mind, also, good for me, but in a most fucking hubris way. Like, what a shitty, shallow thing to learn about yourself in the moment that like, oh, I really don't give a fuck. And I'm really like, you know what? Do you? What fucking difference does it make? My jokes aren't biased to you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, then you wouldn't understand, or maybe you shouldn't come. No, well, then it's like, I don't genuinely give a fuck. I think 10 years ago, the traditional values in me would have been like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm just like, cool. You want to smoke?
Yeah, it makes more sense.
I'm not going to fuck you, but you're more than welcome to get them comp tickets still. Like, I got you. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh. I think she was used to people just abruptly blocking her.
Or
just,
constant, like, shock value.
Oh, well, then out of here. And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to make it weird. I was like, what the fuck's weird? I was all like, I'm hit and miss on social media as it is before.
Shit happens,
Yeah,
right?
maybe afterwards, like, do you? Like, you think how you get fucked at night is going to decide on how I write my punchlines? Like, it makes no difference.
I'm not even gonna even make fun of you in that sense. Like, I'm not here to do that.
No. And if anything, push come to shove, it's somebody when the bar closes, you know, to fuck.
But you know what's crazy now is that, like, I honestly feel that transgenders are so, like,
You're transgender, right?
dude, I have to rethink about my sexuality now.
How the bro? You and I are alone in a closet. Not in the closet.
Yeah, make it worse, bro.
And you're gonna tell me I have to rethink my sexuality,
Can you not think about that?
Tell me.
Have you ever seen hot transgenders?
bro? You ever follow one for a few months on Facebook?
Hot transgender. I'm not talking about these. Oh, I think they might be gay, or I think they might be men.
I've probably jerked off to hidden women.
Right?
Like in my life and not knowing it.
And that does not make me gay.
No, it just makes me like, fool me once. They say in Texas, can't be fooled again. But nah, you know what blew my fucking mind? I knew a transgender girl online probably a year or two ago on my Facebook. Banging, honey. Bikini pics, all of it.
Everything.
Everything, bro. Like up close, like really showing the curves. And then one day just went on a fucking post rant about it's not easy being transgender, blah blah. It makes me. Hold on, what'd you say? You say, bitch, I've been gawking you for 9 months, and I did not know you. And then you start looking at her elbows, and you're like, okay, it's in the elbows.
It's in the elbow.
It's in the elbows and the sharp eyebrows. Sharp eyebrows and elbows. That's the way he gives it away.
That's how you can tell.
But, or if they just play Overwatch.
I fucking hate you sometimes. That's an amazing game. Did you know there's actually state teams around?
I play Apex. I know what you.
That's even worse. That's worse. It sounds like you can't handle a game of Fortnite, so you play Apex.
No, dog. Listen, I've been playing video games
Since what, 89?
since 92.
Since 89.
Since Sony just had their 21st birthday 2 days ago. Let's show some fucking respect.
Wow,
Yesterday.
damn, jeez.
Show some fucking respect.
This guy knows all.
Please set the fuck down. I'm having a conversation with Angel.
This guy knows all of it.
So I'm really hurt that you would say for a fucking second that I don't know, because I know that anything you own, I'm better than you at.
Wow.
And I've never even touched it.
That's.
Bro, do you see this? This is called dexterity.
That's a big statement there.
Bro, do you see this? This is a steeple. This is a church. And these are all the people. I just made that up right now on the spot. That's called free fingering. Are you familiar with it?
I'm not.
Did you know when you finger somebody and they refer to it in court, it's called digital penetration?
Digital penetration.
Yeah, man, I got this weird fucking, I'm going to be honest, I got a weird fetish.
They're just like,
It's not digital penetration. I don't prefer to finger. Imagine if you're 30 years old and you're like, I just want to finger you. Cabin fever.
you have to say that on a text though, and that becomes digital penetration.
No, digital, because these are digits.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Fucking
no, but you're still fucking telling them that you're gonna
feeble
put it
human.
in. You're like, I'm gonna put it in you with my fingers.
You ever have an ultrasound on your balls?
Actually, no.
Me neither.
Really?
Moving on.
I try to do one on my head every once a year.
On your head? Isn't that an MRI?
No, it's an ultrasound.
A real ultrasound?
I honestly think I'm fucking, kind of have one of those like weird
What if
brain doubles. I don't know.
if somebody told you you're on the spectrum, at this point, like, wouldn't you like partially believe it, but then at the same time be like, nah,
the
like
spectrum of what?
you're retarded?
No, I wouldn't believe it.
There's not a part of you that thinks you're going up there. It's telling ideas that you made up to strangers
Fuck no.
that has no sort of insanity qualities to it. Not a slim reverence to crazy.
I'm subscribed to Skillshare. If you know it's
What the fuck is that? I'm on Gig Salad. Is that similar?
That's an online school where I pay money to not get any degree or anything at all, just to learn bullshit.
I like it.
But to be honest, it's not about being the best.
In what regard? Life is about being the best. I'm a fucking Pokemon master, first and foremost.
I didn't even know there was a 816 Pokemon.
No, I can name all 816 alphabetically right now, but this is only a short podcast, so we can't be doing that.
It's like, I'm not about ready to wrap this whole 816.
Fucking like Daniel Radcliffe in the goddamn closing scene of his monologue and the late night shit.
It's horrible.
It's not horrible. Does your mom know we're here? Does she get that meatloaf?
I actually have a kind of like I come from a disrupted or disoriented family.
Like they're Asians and they moved up here?
No, they're more like alcoholics.
That's tight.
Yeah. So I kind of like grew out of that and turned into something different. I think that's my roommate.
Is he a special guest on the podcast tonight?
Yeah, right. Special guest coming in, coming into the show right now.
What if he comes in here fucking yells, I told you stop doing your little fucking podcast.
He's like, bro, I'm fucking tired of you doing your podcast already. It's late.
Your cameo career is not gonna fucking make it.
No, he's pretty cool. He's really supportive guy. So
Where'd you meet him?
I actually met him like 5-6 years ago. Actually met him through an ex-girlfriend.
Do you feel like adults can make friends?
Yeah.
I feel like
we
I can
made
only.
it.
We're not friends. I feel like I can only.
We are so friends.
Do you have my phone number?
I put it in my podcast.
Fuck.
Dead Dan, thank you for the shout out. He said respect that.
Do you like my flannel that I got off of a dummy in El Paso, off of a karate dummy?
What?
I got this shirt off of karate dummy in El Paso.
I just thought you got done from a lumber job.
Never, bro. Phil,
lumberjack
no homo.
job.
Feel how soft my hands are. Feel how pretty soft hands, right? No musician hands, bro. I got soft ass hands.
That's something you can get away with.
I've been working a fucking mic for years on end, bro. It's real nice.
I try to. I do my best to find a cooking jobs.
Yeah, I don't work.
Yeah, you do.
What do you think I do?
How do you have? You have to do something
No.
for work. Come on,
Comedy.
That everything.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%.
I'll give you props. Then I've never.
I mean, like, I'm not saying I support all of the bills.
No, but I get.
But-
you do what you do with
Yeah.
what comedy.
Yeah, no, 7 days a week. Comedy. Well, take a day off.
So how does those days where you get paid work?
You fucking do a lot of open mics in between them. The days that I'm not at an open mic with y'all, because like this right here, UGK. I've had it myself. I will stay an underground king. Like no matter what, I thrive in those fucking environments. I love it. I love that shit talking. I love Corey using my fucking name. I love my fucking the whole vibe of the night. I love it.
Doesn't matter the publicity.
Oh fuck. For those not familiar with the shows, people love to have my name come out of their mouth more than I come in it. That's a given. Corey, he's up in the mix because he says nothing tastes more American than my horchata. He told me that once. I don't know what that meant, but I learned a new word from Corey, and he doesn't even know it, and I fucking say it back to his face all the time. But he put hashtag Restacular. And I think that's the funniest fucking word, bro.
Restacular.
Restacular, bro.
It makes no sense.
From the res, bro.
I know.
Spectacular. Restacular. Perfect.
A wig splitter just said, you two seem like you've never had a punani.
No, not consensually and or free.
It was more of a biased opinion.
That's fair. That's fair.
Thank you for joining, guys. You guys are awesome.
You know what I feel like? This is going to go off the rails. I feel like comedians don't like to be cool guys also.
I think that's kind of true. Like, I honestly, when I first came into the scene, I honestly wanted to embrace it and everybody be nice.
Like, I feel like I'm faulted for also living the alternative lifestyle that I do. Like, the fucking, I don't know, everything about it. Like, we live a completely, like, different lifestyle outside of comedy. It's not just fucking notebooks and fucking anime in my life. It's copious amounts of cocaine and...
You got to get a hobby, dude. A better hobby.
What's a better hobby than women in comedy? I don't understand.
Comedy counts, but obviously something more, I guess. See, I don't want to be that guy who's telling you like, you need to get your life together, bro. You need to just sit back and you need to play guitar.
You know what? No, man, it's fucking on the days that you're like, man, this life is off the rails. Sometimes you're like, I'm living a life that nobody could fucking understand.
That's true. Like,
it's irreplaceable.
Everybody right now thinks like, why don't you have your life together? Like, everyone doesn't think I have my life together, dude.
No.
Like, they think I'm off.
I think that I'm something across from you.
That's the same thing, though. I mean,
it's just the headphones. Okay.
I mean, you're still on that shit, but into a sense.
See, that's what's counterproductive about this whole fucking career, because everybody's like, no, you should be doing something else. Where's your school? Where's your job? Where's your school? Where's your job? 12, 15 years later, all of a sudden you get your break. And they're like, I'm glad you pursued that. You always had it. You always were the one. I'm proud of you. And everybody has this fucking fake bravado that they're supportive, that they're like, yeah, you could always tell he was different. Like, everybody loves Kevin Hart now. But you can look Kevin Hart up 20 years ago doing open mics.
And yeah, it was like more like, you got to find something else to do. You can't be doing this all the time.
Yeah. Fucking Lizzo, that song, I'm 100% that bitch, just posted on Twitter a few weeks back that she's like, on days that I had to like hand out tickets to my undersold shows and then like get no money on, or like go to places where I didn't have gas, she's like, I'm glad I never gave up. So it's in those moments where like, I'm glad you made it, but no one fucking sees this shit. The grind.
That's true. That's so fucking true.
The sad fucking just eating it day in and day out, eating it and eating it and eating it. And they think it's like, I got 2 baby mamas, and they both outside looking in. My life is phenomenal. It's just a fucking series of parties and photos and B-list celebrities and drugs and travel, and it's everything you could ever want. But it's like, oh, all right. Why don't you write some fucking jokes and then subject yourself to it? Yeah. Why don't you, if it were so easy, everybody would do it. If it were just a party, then your Joe fucking Blow quarterback would be up there.
Right. Yeah, everybody would be doing
instead,
that.
it's like, nah, you really got to bring it. And if you don't, that'll fucking eventually shine through.
I love how that's the sense, too, because you can see it when people really bring it, because you get a reaction. And when you don't, you just, like, literally fucking crickets in the room, dude.
And that's the worst feeling, because in the bravery that people underestimate this comedian, it's like, one thing I'll respect no matter what you do or who it is, if you've shared the stage, I respect the fact that, like, you know that feeling of to eat the shit and just to keep going, because it's the most humiliating thing to be like, and that silence resonates with you and just down to your bones, and you're like, all right, well, here's another one I wrote. Maybe this one.
Maybe, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a fucking atrocious feeling.
And then the strive from the last joke. If you can have a joke, at least one joke that hit, that kind of gives you the motivation to be like, I did it once. How the fuck can I not do it again?
I know how to do it. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a horrible craft.
But
yeah, terrible.
Still need Viagra to keep it up half the time.
After Coke, for sure.
But I thought it'd be easier if you did have Coke.
Oh, no.
Because, okay, so what I've heard is like you should do some Coke and then have sex.
All right, listen here, MuseMe TV. We're going to talk about some things.
We're going to learn some shit from David Knight, guys.
All right, check this
out. I don't have some kind of like lesson thing. Here we go.
All right, school's in session.
Let's do this.
All right. Cocaine is obviously, it speeds your shit up. Meaning, like, all your blood, through your cardio, everything. It's going faster. Fast. So it's trying to keep your heart alive. It's like no business in your dick. Because for those that also don't know, to stay hard, it's just blood. It's just blood. So when it's focusing on, like, no, we're trying to keep you alive. It has no priority to be like, okay, let's fuck around and be in your dick. Smallest days of your life, the hardest days to get hard, Coke, until you mix it with Viagra. And then you mix it with Viagra, you're John Jones in it. John Jones in it, meaning you have the... Viagra is a slippery slope, because when someone first told me about Viagra, I was like, I'm fucking in my late 20s. I don't need Viagra.
That's what I think all the time, too.
No, like, I don't even... Yeah, but you're you, but better. Like, imagine you, but being able to be like, oh, you know what? It's morphin' time. It's morphin' time. Whenever the fuck you want, it's morphin' time. As... You call your Megazord as often as you want.
But, okay, so the way you're explaining it, because I've never done Viagra. So,
yeah, it'll make you harder and bigger than you've ever been.
But it makes it sound like you can call it on will. Isn't it always on?
No. That's the misconception. They say this like, if you fucking had it for 4 hours, call a physician, yada, yada, yada. Nah, it's like it goes down. Because it feels, if you're not aroused on Viagra, it feels similar to Adderall because it's just in you. It's almost like a light ecstasy. It's just in you.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's a blood thinner. So it's running through you. And then the moment you get aroused, it's like you're 16 again, 15, where you're just like, hey, guess what? whenever.
It's going down.
Go time. Mixed with cocaine strength. John Jones in it, bro. John Jones in it.
I love that phrase too.
Yeah, I call John Jones because that's what he did.
He did. So it's a term that can be coined to John
definitely. That's how
Jones.
champions fuck. John Jones, bro. John Jones.
That's what they do now at the UFC. Like, are you John Jones, bro? Are you John
if you're not
Jones?
drinking science drinks or Nos, you got to be John Jones.
I feel like it's a lot harder though. Did you hear that whole controversy with the picograms?
Bro, now you can't piss 6 months ago decent, bro. Now they're going back, it's looking through shit. It's a different world. Like Joe says, just let it all go. Just let them juice up and swing.
I think that
no more golden snitch.
that might be the thing we need is just like, who is the baddest motherfucker?
This lighting feels like a casino. I feel like I don't know what time of day it is. We can just run it. They just fucking
That's true. I like that.
run the
Sense.
clock, and you're like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Are we barely hitting the 1 hour mark? What the fuck?
Tight.
No, I'm just kidding. We've been on for quite a while.
I don't know how long.
Enough.
All right. Well, I got a publishing deal to do here, and no, this is my first podcast, like I said, so I don't know how to do podcasts.
Will you come back? That's
Are you going to be the host?
We're always going to be the host.
No. Are you going to be the host next time I come back?
Yeah, this is my fucking podcast.
Oh, I didn't know if
dude.
it was like a interchangeable. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's not how this works, bro.
Shit.
This isn't open mic. This isn't. Hey, let Royal introduce you, and then all of a sudden, fucking here comes fucking Kevin.
Let me ask you something. This is it's not a bit. It's a question I've been thinking of because it's a scenario that happened in life. And shout out to my homie Otis Hicks in El Paso, Texas.
Otis. That sounds like a cool name.
Big Head. A Big Head's always telling me to tell the stories I tell you on stage because he's like, that's where the real material is, my dude. And I'm like, nah, man, I just like to talk to you brother to brother.
Right.
So I said the other day, one time in my life, I had sex. I had a fivesome, and 3 people were involved. How?
Fivesome.
Fivesome. 5
People.
5 people,
And
3 of them were
people
involved. How?
God, this is like one of those shitty ass math problems that they give you in school. They're like,
If I'm running north 72 centimeters by the
you have
trains,
5 people, and yet only one.
is Samoan. Will the boat make it? And you're like,
I don't know, dude.
5 people, 3,
5 people,
3.
3. But yeah, you're having an orgy with 5.
There's 5 people. Yeah,
There's
it's
5.
it's a fivesome.
There's a 5-some.
It's a fivesome
But
with
yeah,
3 people.
With 3 people.
With 3 people.
I'm not connecting this, dude.
All right, this is where things are gonna go off the rails.
Are you guys ready?
2 of those girls were pregnant. 2 of those girls are pregnant, and I feel like I'm not mad. That's like giving something to those kids, right? That's like potluck.
Okay, that's
Like you don't have to use a condom, obviously, because why?
but that's still giving to the people.
Oh yeah. Like here's my smile, here's my laugh. Like I'm just dropping it off for the kids.
You understand what's going on?
Yeah, like that was. They're fucked up for doing it. Bad people. Great memory for me. Fucked up for them. Riddle for the world.
And it's a good story.
Riddle for the world. Riddle for the world.
I'm like still thinking about it in a horrible sense, but you know, it's that's
5.
why, that's why shit are made, dude.
I'm gonna call that 53. I'm gonna call that premise.
53.
I gotta work that out. I gotta figure it out. I don't. It's weird, man, because like jokes are jokes, but I don't take a lot of my life experiences and share them on stage. That's what comedians supposed to do. But a lot of that shit's just shameful. Too dark for the world, you know?
That's I think that's kind of true too. Like I'm not gonna tell everybody the most darkest thing of my life. Do you guys really think that would be funny? Is my fucked up childhood really that funny? I don't know. I feel in that sense, but
Mom put cigarettes out on me. Huh? You want to hear it?
did you guys really think that's funny? I still have a scar on my back.
Yeah, there's some fucking comedians that... My favorite is the female comedians that go up that are used to praise just by being fucking pretty. In their first few shows, they're like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. And everybody's like, you got to earn it. You can't just say I got divorced. Fuck him. Woo. And they'll get some like crazy woos the first or second show, but then third or fourth, like they'll stop humoring them.
Okay.
And then they're like, all right, well, start writing some material now. Do something worth a damn. And there's a lot of comedians, like you said, they just disappear. I don't know where they go. Some guys that look like they have potential, a handful. I know just in the past 2 months, we've seen Casual T go. T, the black guy, he went away, and fucking Julian came and went. I don't know. People come and go. It's a crazy.
How does one make it in this career then?
I think it's just grinding, man, because I didn't have a shit for my name 7 years ago. Nothing. But what I take pride in is the fact that I can go pretty much anywhere in the Southwest comedy community and somebody knows my name. I may not be like a walk-in, I'm getting on every stage I want, but I'll be damned if you go somewhere and they refer to comedy and then like, oh, I'm from such and such and such and such, and you're like, I don't know David Knightley. Nah, like that in alone, parents don't give a fuck. Your baby mamas won't see any sort of accomplishment in the fact that you can go to Arizona or El Paso and you can be like, oh, I know comedian Albuquerque, David Knight. And then they're like, oh, yeah. But in the comedy community, that's an achievement to itself, in my opinion. Having a name somewhat. Like we're sitting here talking about Frank. Frank's not on TV. Frank's not.
I know. That shit blows me away too.
Yeah, that's just like, it's the community though. Like we see somebody in passing and you see the guy's like, hey, actually, I know somebody on the JRE. And you're like, oh, that's weird because it's like, seems like a regular dude.
Because he's always been that thing too. He always posts up like, hey guys, I'm about to hit a tour. Where you guys want me to hit? And I'm like, dude, if you came here, that would be the shit because I know you. Like I've seen your stuff.
Yeah, he's fucking.
We've seen his stuff.
He's good people.
So that's so crazy to think.
I'll show you some shit when we get off here.
I think we're about to wrap it up here, David.
What are we at?
We're at 1:45, almost 2 hours.
Don't you have like a closing? What's your unhelpful advice section, bro? What do you do? What's your tradition?
So,
you tell me you just bullshit this whole way through?
Give me a second.
Go on. Okay, I'm waiting.
When I first started this podcast, at the end of the segment, I had people eat a grasshopper.
A real grasshopper or a chocolate one?
No, it was one of those edible ones. It wasn't chocolate, but it was edibles.
Okay, I'll eat a chocolate. I'll eat an edible.
That was season 1.
What season am I on?
You're on season no more. We don't have any more seasons anymore.
Shit.
I thought the seasons were
Unleashed?
stupid. Yeah, I
Season
thought seasons were stupid after I did season 2. I was like, I shouldn't do seasons anymore. I'm just gonna keep naming them after numbers.
Right, numeric.
Yeah. So
Makes sense.
then after on season 2, we had people do a thing called rapid fire. It's a game. You literally say the first thing that comes to your head when I say a word.
Okay, that's decent.
And that was pretty fun.
That's relatively entertaining.
We did that for a while. I'm thinking about bringing it back, but I haven't done it yet. Whatever. And now we're here. So
you don't have any more segments?
This is it. There was never a segment. We've been talking this whole time. What segments do you want in a podcast?
I don't know. I was just looking for a little production value.
I think, dude. Okay, don't talk shit about my PlayStation Eye over there. Dude, we're streaming on
your roommate's getting real tired of holding his lights up for us.
720 quality going on in here right now, bro. 60 frames per second.
But you know what really upsets me is that's actually the best quality of anything I've ever recorded.
For the most part.
Yeah, that's what upsets me. This is the first time you and I ever had a real conversation.
I liked it.
Yeah,
it was cool.
I didn't think you were a decent guy before.
Dude, everyone probably thinks I was fucking 15.
Nah, just...
You're the little kid that's just trying to do comedy for the first time.
Nah, you're just apologetic. You can tell you're new in comedy because your jokes are apologetic.
What do you mean?
Like, your tone is like... it's like when the traditional, when they said, all right, who's the answer to the class? And you're like, what's the answer? And you're like, 53. And they're like, say like you fucking 53. If you believe it, say it. Say 53, not 53.
53.
Yeah, like you're I don't know, they're new. You're just telling jokes like as if they're not yours. Was like, that's the only time I was like,
so you think I stole jokes, you faggot?
I think
you're over here telling me shit. That's who this is all coming down to.
I think you are just a rerun of all that. I think you took all that.
You're like back from the 90s. Here we go. And I fucking watch Kids in the Hall. Okay?
You're a lot less beta than I thought you were. You're really cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I fucking appreciate you coming to my show, dude.
Fuck, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Again.
Next time I don't want to see this tablecloth. But I'm definitely going to come back if there's some Seasons.
Decent shit going on.
Seasons.
Dude, you gotta come back, especially after Bear, dude. Bear's gonna steal the show tomorrow, dude.
Fucking Bear. He's not going to show up. He's not gonna
He's
show
gonna
up.
be like, dude, I got a little too tipsy.
He's got a curfew, probation. There's a lot of things that... He's a skinwalker, bro. You can't guarantee. If the
Don't
moon,
even bring up skinwalkers.
if the moon's out, he's out, bro.
Another reason for people to take actual aliens into different contexts.
Before we get the fuck out of here,
What's up?
are you a werewolf or vampire guy?
Fuck. Do I have to pick between the two?
Yeah, like two are standing here and they're about to turn us. You get to choose.
A vampire.
Fuck out of here. That's
I
enough
know
of
I'm
this.
a fag, right?
Thank you, MuseMe TV. My
Thanks,
name's
guys.
David Knight. I'm on Gold, David Knight, and
Show
all
'em
that
where-
fucking
yeah.
shit.
Everything, right?
Get at
Twitter,
me. Yeah, all of
YouTube.
them. Snapchat, Instagram. I'm gonna be on a fucking premium Snap real soon.
Really?
Things aren't going great. Yeah.
I'll fucking pay. I'll pay. Laters, guys. You guys are awesome.
Late.